And most of all, we need integrity. We need a leader that would call on the churches. We need a leader that would call on the name of Jesus. Time come, time come. Time come, Marky G, time! Time come, Marky T, Marky T. Time has come for Andre, our new MP. I'm going to send him Marty Melanfield. We want to run quite brilliant, you guys. Yes, time has come! PNP! Big up Andre! Big up West Central! Big up the Council of Territory!
The Motivator Show recently featured an insightful four-part interview with the leadership and supporters of PNP UK, People's National Party UK, where they addressed key points from the PNP's manifesto in clear, straightforward language. Avoiding jargon and complex scenarios, the representatives ensured that ordinary Jamaicans could easily understand the party's vision. Viewers praised the clarity and accessibility of the discussion, noting it brought the manifesto to life in practical terms. The Motivated family and friends in Jamaica tuned in and described the program as both informative and engaging. Significantly, the interview influenced their voting intentions, strengthening support for the People's National Party. Time come for a better Jamaica. The final part of the four-part series, it has been truly an inspirational experience. Here to say monarch in Jamaica, my God, I tell you. And indeed, the Privy Council will be the highest court. Now, I don't understand that. What changes will the PNP implement if elected on September 3rd? Mr. Chairman, who will respond to that question?
Robert Matundo.
Hi.
Greetings.
Time is still coming, and time is coming on the 3rd.
Yeah.
Presently, Jamaica has embarked on a constitutional reform process that has really enjoyed suffered, I should say, a stillbirth. It's dead in the water. And so the energized People's National Party, when it forms a government, the first thing that we will do is to get the consultation process correct by engaging with the different groupings within society, churches, civil society groups, a wide cross-section of society, to see how best to design and roll out a constitutional process. I mean, one of the major flaws is that you have a so-called review process, and people have never seen the Constitution, let alone know what is in it. So what the party is doing, hosting public forums, not what was held under this government, but real consultation where people are given an opportunity to say what it is that they want to see change in the Constitution, and where those things are actually recorded, and you have serious deliberations on those things, and a document produced and will emerge from that. We will be engaging schools in the process, and the reason for that is quite obvious. If you're engaging persons at say year 11 or years 12 and 13 at secondary school, persons who are on the verge of being adults, these are the persons whom the Constitution is going to serve over the next 30 to 50 years. So that's sort of a deliberate decision will be taken by the party to engage persons at secondary school level. The public education process will be launched. It will be a step above in terms of quality of that which presently prevail. Because I keep saying it, a large cross-section of society do not currently know what's in our Constitution. The replacement of the British monarch will be twinned with abolishing appeals to the Privy Council, so that
Okay,
we can now
good.
appeal to the Caribbean Court of Justice. And when I say twin, I'm saying that both the People's National Party has always said that both should happen at the same time. The When you read the manifesto, you page 9, it talks about replacing the British monarch with a Jamaican president chosen by and accountable to the people. The current proposal of choosing a president effectively does not see the people playing an active role in that. That will be left to the parliamentarians, and more critically and troubling for me is that it will be left to the ultimately to the prime minister, and that is really problematic. But so the People's National Party is saying that it will be chosen by and accountable to the people, the president. Fixed term election dates on the cards, but as it relates to dealing with the court system, the appeals, abolishing appeals to the Privy Council, what the party is saying, and it was said in the debate on Thursday evening, that the People's National Party certainly doesn't believe that there needs to be a referendum on that, because the Constitution does not require a referendum to be held as it relates to abolishing appeals to the Privy Council. And I think that the People's National Party is correct, not just as a matter of interpretation of the Constitution, but also as a matter of political reality. An issue of this nature is too important to be politicized. And that is what has been holding us back, is that you politicize this issue. Now that the Prime Minister said, well, he prefers a final court of appeal, a Jamaican final court of appeal, a lot of nonsense, frankly, because Bruce Golding is on record. He was the first Jamaican Labour Party leader to have proposed that. And he's on record to say that is not a real option. So the People's National Party is committed to utilizing the Caribbean Court of Justice, for which the Jamaican people are already paying. So that answers that issue. Is a matter of repatriating our sovereignty. The issue of the British monarch, I think there's a degree of consensus that it needs to be replaced. How it should be replaced and the method of selecting the replacement is what will divide us. But as I said, the party is committed to giving people a say in that process.
Okay, thank you. That's much clearer. We need progress, and maybe you're the politician, but we want to make sure, if I may say so, that issue is resolved by the end of the term of the next PNP government. That is not. So that's. I think we can all agree on that. So I know that they're listening and they're watching, so they can that makes it clear. We want to see progress on this issue. Okay.
I mean, the curious thing about it is that the phrase that the campaign slogan "Time Come" has been more associated with the issue of abolishing appeals to the Privy Council than anything else.
Yes,
so
this is true.
I say time come for us to have our own court, not because we think that the Privy Council there's something wrong with it, but every decent self-determining people should have their own court. Simple as.
I'm going to be blunt to you. I think it's national humiliation that you have to go to another country for your highest court. That's a national humiliation. We'll all be humiliated. Right away.
And we need to push on this, because you know what the Prime Minister didn't say. If I might digress a bit, did not say in the debate when he said he prefers a final court of appeal. There's a stealth plan by the Jamaican Labour Party, if it should win the next election, God forbid. What they want to do is to use a Hong Kong style model, by which I mean, allow me to moderate this, where in Hong Kong they have overseas judges, effectively British judges and Australian judges sitting on the Hong Kong Court of Appeal. So when they abolished appeals to the Privy Council, what Hong Kong did, it created its own court, but it still has foreign judges sitting on its final court of appeal. And the reason why I say that the Jamaica Labour Party government wants to do this, because I've heard the current Minister of Constitutional and Legal Affairs, Marlene Manuel Fort, when she visited London the last time, I attended a public forum, and that's what she said: look out for the Hong Kong model. And that is a plan that they have. These people, we need to get rid of these people, and that is why I say, in very straight terms, to those who are listening before the 3rd of September, you need to vote and vote these people out. They're not people who have a bone of independence in them. When you hear them talk about choose Jamaica, how can you be choosing Jamaica and then you want to have some sort of far-flung judges? They still want to retain that connection where the British judges are sitting on our cases. We are paying for the Caribbean Court of Justice. Use it. I mean, in the debate last on Thursday evening. Sorry to take up the time on this. I don't know why you asked me to speak about this.
No. Continue.
I hear the Prime Minister say that. Well, I believe in the Jamaican final court of appeal, but I also think that the Caribbean Court of Justice is a good court. So if you do believe it's a good court, why are we still having this conversation? Listen, people should just vote, because I said time come for common sense Minister of Justice. Time come for Jamaica to accede to the appellate jurisdiction of the Caribbean Court of Justice, because, as Bruce Golding has said, and I went back and listened to it last night, he has read the judgments of the Caribbean Court of Justice, and not only does he understand them, but what has assisted him in understanding is the clarity of the judicial writing. Why is it that these guys are holding on to a court in whatever guise when we're paying for the Caribbean Court of Justice and we are not using it? Does Barbados know something that we don't know? St. Lucia, Guyana, do they know something that we don't know? I don't think so.
Okay. Well said, Rotundo. Thank you, comrade. Thank you. Well articulated, and your words will resonate with the majority of diasporan Jamaicans, and I'm sure Jamaicans on the island itself. The national humiliation needs to stop. It needs to stop. You've demonstrated, we're all just ordinary Jamaicans here, that we have the capabilities to govern ourselves, and most certainly when it comes to judicial matters, we have the capabilities to arbitrate where it is necessary to ensure that the law is appropriately applied. Praise be, praise be, praise be. I want to now go to this question, and this one for me is an important one, and he's not here with us, but let me do something. Let me find this for you. Let me put this on the screen now. Let this work. There you are. You have it up on the screen now. You have it on the screen. If the Honourable Mark Golding were present, what would be his closing words? What would he be saying to us? Mr. Chairman, we can't see you because it's pictures covering you.
Time come. Listen, I'm sure that maybe the first thing the cover leader would say to us is that in Mark Jefferson Golding as Prime Minister, the future is bright.
Yes.
I'm sure you'd say that. The safe pair of hands, right? A solid, effective, efficient, honest, full of integrity bunch of people around me to form the next government. One where they have all signed the Integrity Commission's Code of Conduct. Right, in terms of how to conduct themselves in the elections and going forward. Well, we can't say the same for the opposing party, and one wonders why is it that they are not in a position to. Well, we don't have to wonder. We know. Yes. Right. But in Mark Golding, you see a winner, a successful investment banker.
Yes.
One there's
Yes.
no doubt about his ability to lead and to manage
Yes.
and to have positive outcomes and
For the
output,
country. Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
The compassion that I see being displayed for
Yes.
and love for the country and this desire to really lift us out of the quagmire we're in, right?
That's right.
With no baggage, which is important, right? This man has clearly stated in no uncertain terms that he has no need or no intent to be pilfering,
No.
and it's really sad that we have to be making these kind of comparisons, but
Indeed.
it has to be made, right? Honesty,
Yes. Yes.
passion,
Yes.
patriotism,
Yes.
and the works. Right? This PNP government is ready to take the reins of power and transform our island into that place where we can once again begin to think that we have hope,
For the future.
to think that our children have a future. For some of us in diaspora who desperately want to go home,
Yes.
to think that, yes, things are happening, the changes that are being made are those that we can see ourselves living comfortably. They will be improved. I know, well, maybe we'll not be able to provide the level of health care that we now experience in the UK, but at least we'll know that we won't be worrying about not being able to get even the basic health care, especially for those who are in our elderly stages of life and all of that. So,
Thank you.
like I say, time really comes, and that
Time
that
come.
time for mantra is not accidental. It's deliberate. Time come for all of these things that we need to do to make our lives better and to make our country progressive.
Right, that's it. Let me just do the clapping now. Clap. Time come. Time come. Time come. Time come for a better Jamaica. Time come for a better Jamaica. Time come. Hey. Okay, let me take it down now. Sorry, Mr. Golden. Let me take it down to the screen now. Lord, yeah. Hey. Okay. Well, thank you. That was very clear. And if there were amongst the audience, there were uncertainty. They've got to have the vote, and they've watched this podcast. I believe we've communicated to the ordinary man and woman on the street, who are clearly the majority, in a manner that they can understand. We didn't use jargon. There was very little jargon, very little statistics and comparison. It was just plain language. The ordinary Jamaicans, ordinary people like me, can understand, affiliate with, and say, yes, I know where I'll put my vote. On September 3rd, I vote for Mark Golding. I vote PNP. I vote for the PNP candidate in my parish, in my constituency. Phase B. Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Hey, thank you. I want to thank you all for what was an outstanding presentation. And you put, forgive me, Julia and Mr. Gordon and others, these ugly people put you to shame, eh? Boy, them goodies.
Just say one thing though. You mentioned one time that not everybody look at the manifesto. Let me encourage you. Yeah. Just go into Google, put in PNP Manifesto 2025 and read it. It is written in a manner that you can sit down with a cup of coffee and enjoy our whole story.
And you can even listen to it too. If you don't want to read it, you can listen to it.
Exactly.
You can.
And remember, by reading it, that is how you're going to hold PNP accountable going forward. Because they expect that. They expect that. We don't want no free ride. We don't need no
free rides. No. And there's another document that runs in parallel called the People's Guide. If you put that in Google, which what it does, it translates that the manifesto along issues of concern to people. That document I found was a powerful testament. It responds directly to the issues that people are asking, as we have done today. Comment, Gilfillan, you can say something before we close.
I would like to build on what Thompson just said, which is that the Constitution is written in such a way that it's accessible to everybody. And if you care to listen to it, you can listen to it. And if you care to read it in patois, you can read it in patois. So it's accessible to everyone. I think the most important thing with this Constitution, this manifesto, is that, as Comrade Chair said, it expects accountability. It is transparent. It expects transparency in government, and it expects everybody to participate. And it comes back to Comrade Thompson's point, which is that read it and hold the PNP to account if they should not deliver on it when they're government. We expect to be held to account.
Yes.
I will join anyone, and I suspect that the chair and PNP UK would join anyone in their drive to make sure that what is said in the Constitution is
manifesto.
in the manifesto is put into operation over time, if need be, but where possible, immediately too. Some things are programmatic, and some things can be achieved without getting into the finances. Those things that can be achieved without dipping into the finances should be done immediately. Read the Constitution, make sure that the manifesto, which we never know.
We need more water now, you see. Otherwise, I had to break.
Some which may become Constitution eventually. Read that manifesto, know it, and hold the PNP to account when they enter into government. But that can only be done.
Thank you.
Tell your relatives to vote PNP on the 3rd of September.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my comrade. And Comrade Chairman, now we talked a lot about PNP UK, okay, and you are a good shop window for PNP UK. Jamaicans come together in common aim and common purpose around a common philosophy that we recognise. How can, and I know we've not prepared this, but how can the people contact PNP UK? Okay, you have a website, a telephone number. I know, but you may have it already, Andy.
Yes, we do have a website, but we currently working on it because we're upgrading. But we do have a website, and the number you caught me off guard. I don't have a number on hand, but I can tell you, I can give you 2 email addresses. That if you send the emails, you will get immediate response. And we actually actively seeking to expand our membership at this point also. So it's good.
Yes.
So it's
PNP UK, that's PNPuk .secretary, that's SECRETARI at gmail.com. Simple. It's PNPuk.secretary at gmail.com and PNPuk.chair at gmail.com. So any one of those emails are sent to anyone, either myself or the Comrade Secretary will respond to you within 8 hours. And we'll take it from there.
I'll make sure it's in the commentary section for this
Yes.
podcast, so those who can refer to it as well.
May I implore, please, so all those of us who are in the diaspora and who have been listening to this, or even in Jamaica, wherever you are, take up your phone, call home, call your immediate network, call your brother, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle. Just let them understand how important this election is, how important it is for them to go out and vote. No, this is no time to stand on the fence.
No.
This is too important for our future. And no matter what the spin doctors have been saying, just look at the realities. Look beneath all of them fancy talk that being spoken and these achievements and all of that. Look beyond that. We need to restore hope.
Yes, we need to create opportunities.
Right? And the only way we can do that is to put a PNP government in power under leadership of what we are now calling the integrity boss.
Yes. Hey, the integrity boss, yes? Oh, wonderful. That's a good way to end. That's a good way to close. A good way to close. I want to thank you. We've gone a little over time, but I can tell by the responses I'm getting that the people remain glued and listening keenly to every word that you've uttered. Because I know you're not politicians, you're ordinary people reciting the facts, the details, and your passion for the island. Thank you. And we look forward to meet you again. Don't be strangers now. Hey.
Thanks for having us, comrade. Thanks for having us.
It is our pleasure. Yes. Time come! Hey, time come. I'm going to play the song in a moment. PNP UK debates on the Motivator Show. Jamaica decides on the 3rd of September 2025. Time come for a better Jamaica.
PNP President Mark Golding insisting the time has come for a change in governance.
People want change. They want a government of integrity. They want a government that they can have trust and confidence in. They want a government that uses the resources for the people only and not for them friends and them cronies.
Time come for a new leader, new Jamaica, new era. We now vote, we no show us leader. Long time them a take with the polling, yeah. So Mark Golding are the new leader. New Jamaica, new era. We now vote, we no show us leader. Long time them a take with the polling, yeah. So tell them say time come. For your new Jamaica, time come. For say the true Jamaica, time come. For your new Jamaica, time come. Time come for your new leader. Time for build up with schools in ya. We healthcare for your booming ya. A long time them a take with the polling ya. So Mark Golding a the new leader. Orange shirt and the new jeans ya. Nobody no for your shouting ya. Make we control crime for the new era. So tell them say time come. For your new Jamaica, time come. For see the true Jamaica, time come. For your new Jamaica, time come. Market the boss with the party. Them a crash with country so go restart it. Yes, I with the orange shirt the party. One for me daddy and one for me charge it. See the young lady the down there's a waffy. Go vote because she remember Mr. Manley. Yes, I market the boss with the party. Them a crash with country so go restart it. Yeah, time come. For your new Jamaica, time come. This is the true Jamaica, time come. For your new Jamaica, time come.
I'm a born Jamaican. I was born at University Hospital, 1965. I grew up in Jamaica. I went to school here, Mona Prep, Campion College. I studied abroad. And I came back right after, went to Norman Manley Law School and did 2 years there. got a Commonwealth scholarship, did a master's degree in law in the UK, came back right after, and I've never worked anywhere other than Jamaica. So my entire working life and my childhood were here. So yeah, I'm a born Jamaican. I stand before you today and say the time has come for change. Yes, comrades, the time is once again for Jamaica to choose change. Things cannot continue the way they are, and the People's National Party will bring change. Comrades, the PNP has been at the center of positive change in this country from 1938, which was over 20 years before political independence from Britain. Over the years, our leaders implemented a vision that led Jamaica forward. It is undeniable that the People's National Party, through every stage of its transition to a modern nation state, we were the ones guiding the country forward. Founding Father Norman Washington Manley led political change, including universal adult suffrage, political independence, and nationhood. His son, Michael Joshua Manley, led the transformational social change that empowered Jamaicans to stand firm and shout from the mountaintop, I might be a simple man, but simply a man am I. Equal pay for women was transformational social change. No bastard law was transformational social change. Minimum wage was transformational social change. And rights for workers was transformational social change. Percival James Patterson delivered a vast range of achievements for the Jamaican people. He led infrastructure change, reminding this country that the road to development is the development of roads. He was the chief visionary behind Jamaica's modern highway network, and he became Jamaica's most successful political leader. That is why we say PJ. Portia Lucretia Simpson Miller led the economic change that others are now claiming. And time come for Sister P to get the credit she deserves. Let us never forget her. The Jamaica Labour Party government ran from every test and drove the country into a deep crisis. But it was under Sister P that we turned the country around and put our economy firmly on track. While navigating the necessary sacrifices, Sister P always showed love for the people. And that love is reflected in her powerful instruction. Never look down on a person unless you're going to lift them up. Sister P, that was the heartbeat of your message. Dr. Peter David Phillips, he was the principal architect of our successful fiscal transformation. His hands were on the financial wheel when Jamaica worked our way from under the heavy yoke of unsustainable public debt, creating new vistas of opportunity to realize our full potential. We are where we are today as a nation because the team of Portia Simpson Miller and Peter David Phillips guided us through the most turbulent times. We commit today as a party to forever defend their great legacy. The works of our former leaders inspire us to deliver a better life for all Jamaicans, guided by our progressive principles of equality and justice, built on a firm foundation of utmost integrity.
He must inspire by example, and above all, he must have integrity. 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 Hey!
Our leaders have inspired us to move forward and to make new decisions for new times. We are now in a new phase of global change and uncertainty that more than ever must be navigated by strong, principled leadership. Together, we will continue this noble mission, with our next stop being Jamaica House. Jamaica is ready. We are ready. The People's National Party is more than ready.
It's the Motivator here. Hope you enjoyed that fantastic podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, or at the very least give us a like, and don't forget the next video on screen. Click through and enjoy.